Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I am so pleased that you have joined this channel again. So today we are going to be continuing on our talk about contraception. If you have not seen the previous video on contraception, kindly go and watch it. Go and see for yourself whether contraception is the will of God, what the Bible says about contraception, and what to even consider before you decide which method of contraception you want to adopt. In today's video, we're going to be talking about different types of contraception and so many features about them, how reliable they are, and maybe even the side effects and what you should consider before selecting them. So stay till the end of this video. So there are 5 types of or 5 categories of contraception that you can use when you want to prevent having babies or you want to plan your family properly. And the first method is the natural family planning method or the fertility awareness methods. There are several things that you can use to know when you are ovulating so that you can avoid having sex on those days that you are most likely to get pregnant. It is important for me to mention that many of these natural family planning methods have low effectiveness. That means even if you follow all of this properly, you may still get pregnant. So the first is the calendar method. It's basically monitoring your menstrual cycle to know the times where you are fertile the most and avoiding sexual intercourse on those days or using barrier methods on those days so that you can prevent pregnancy. The second method is monitoring your basal body temperature. So monitoring your basal body temperature over a period of time can help you to know your body temperature on days when you are ovulating, where your body temperature can slightly increase. So monitoring your temperature on a daily basis can tell you when you're ovulating so that you can avoid unprotected sexual intercourse around this period that you are likely to get pregnant. The first 2 methods I mentioned, they are about 76% effective. That means there is still about 24% chance of getting pregnant. The third method under natural family planning is tracking your cervical mucosal changes. Many times our cervical mucus as women change when we are ovulating. It becomes clear, stretchy. Monitoring this, your cervical mucus, can tell you when you are ovulating so that you can use barrier methods or protection methods or abstinence around those times so that you will not get pregnant. The fourth natural method is to combine all of this together. Monitor your basal body temperature, monitor your cervical mucus, use your calendar, combine everything together and try to track when you're likely to be ovulating and avoid unprotected sexual intercourse around this time. So these methods are generally known to be not so effective. They are effective, but their level of effectiveness can really be low. Like I mentioned earlier, make sure that if you are abstaining from sex, make sure that it is with mutual understanding with your spouse and for very short periods of time. In fact, I would recommend that you just choose to use barrier methods around your fertile days instead of abstaining from sex altogether. The second type of contraception I'll be talking about are the barrier methods. These are methods that prevent the sperm from getting to the uterus to fertilize the eggs. And some of these methods include using male condom, which is about 85% effective, or using female condoms, which are about 79% effective, or using a diaphragm, which is about 88% effective, or a cervical cap. Many of these methods have been used by people over the years and they have proven to be quite effective, but sometimes they have side effects of maybe irritation, discomfort. But it is important that if you choose to use this method, you know the pros and cons and you are aware of what you're doing so that you can look out for breakage, spillage, and understand that these methods are not as effective as some other methods. The third category of contraceptives I'll talk about are the hormonal contraceptives, and they involve the use of hormones, release of hormones into the body, and these hormones prevent ovulation. Sometimes they thicken the cervical mucus, and many times these hormonal methods have been seen to have varying level of effectiveness. We have the patch, we have rings that can release hormone, we have the pills that people take daily, and different types. So if you choose the hormonal method, it's important to stick to the regimen, that is, use it as you should, and know the expiry date if you have patches, so that you can know when to get another shot or another patch. These methods have side effects like irregular bleeding, and sometimes they cause weight gain, mood swings for women. So if you are choosing an hormonal method, it's important to understand the side effects and make your decision wisely based on your body type and your expectations. The fourth category I'll be talking about is the IUDs, that's the intrauterine devices. There are two major types of IUD, the copper IUD and the hormonal IUD. So the hormonal IUDs work by releasing hormones and preventing pregnancy. Most of the time they prevent the sperm from fertilizing the egg. Also, the copper IUDs work by reducing sperm motility or causing toxicity to the sperm so that they are not able to fertilize the egg. Sometimes these IUDs also prevent the attachment of a fertilized egg to the walls of the uterus. It's important to understand the principles with which these contraceptives work so that you can know if they align with your beliefs and your values. Another thing I would say is that IUDs are found to be very effective. They have greater than 99% level of effectiveness, so they are good options for many women. They have their own side effects as well. For example, copper IUDs can cause bleeding, cramps, heavier menstrual flow, while the hormonal IUDs can cause all of the side effects that I mentioned with the general type of hormonal contraceptives. They can cause weight gain, they can cause irregular menstrual cycles, mood swings. It's important to know the level of effectiveness of which one you're choosing and the side effects so that you make the right decision for yourself. Also, copper IUDs have been known to last long. They take a while before they expire. That means you can wear one for over 5 years. Hormonal IUDs many times last for about 3 years or thereabouts. So most times these methods last longer, and that is one of their own advantages. The last category of contraceptives I will talk about are the permanent methods. Many times these methods are irreversible. The first type is tubal ligation, that's like tying the fallopian tube. This method has been known to be almost 100% effective. They are very effective. Another method for men is vasectomy, that's cutting off the vas deferens, and these methods have been known to help to prevent pregnancy over a long period of time. That means you don't have to worry about constant contraception. The downside is it can be very dangerous if you choose to change your mind in the future. However, this permanent method is also not 100% effective because there is nothing God cannot do. So whatever method that you choose to do, make sure you pray about it. Make sure that you are not being selfish. Make sure that you have consulted God and you are comfortable with your choice. And I hope that you have learned one thing or the other from this video. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please kindly do so now. Subscribe to my channel and kindly like this video and share with others as well. I hope you enjoyed the video and I wish you a lovely day ahead. Stay joyful. Bye bye.